right, ladies and gentlemen, our weekend here at the Trophy Cup continues tonight, right here at the ThunderBowl, one of the most unique tracks in the entire United States. Let's walk down here to turns 3 and 4. Let me show you an up-close look at what this place is made of. So the one thing that's unique about this racetrack is how it builds a cushion on the wall. A term dirt racers use, like when they're running the fence, is like beating the boards down. You haven't seen someone beat the boards down until you've seen guys run here at the ThunderBowl. The cushion builds straight to the wall, and you almost like use the wall and the cushion to make speed. On top of that, it's wide and it's got a good amount of banking, so you carry a ton of speed. You got long straightaways, tight corners. You'll see guys throw big slide jobs. You'll see the track get really glass slick bottom to top, and you just gotta find the fastest way around, which a lot of times is up on the wall. So that's what makes the Trophy Cup so unique. You have to go 110% every single lap, and this whole format is based on points with inverts and guys getting put back, so you gotta pass cars every time you're on track, and it all starts with laying down a good lap in qualifying. So at about 30 minutes, we're gonna have the pit meeting. We're gonna head out for engine heat. Unfortunately, the opening night of the Trophy Cup didn't go well for us, so we're pretty buried in points, but tonight's a new night, and if we can run well, we can really advance to help us for the rest of the weekend. So we're gonna be getting things underway. Like I said, it all starts with qualifying well and carrying some points into the rest of the show. So we're just watching the end of qualifying on my race pass. We ended up 8th quick tonight in our flight, so that's a much better start than yesterday. Still did leave some time on the table though. We really had a legit shot at being quick time. The racetrack being now, so like yesterday we went out early, then they flipped the group, so we got like a way slicker track today. I mean, if you ran the top all the way around, it was slick and slow and like an A main event. But everyone was kind of running the top in 1 and 2 and then dropping to the bottom of 3 and 4. That's what I did. I just didn't, I don't know, I carried okay speed kind of to the center, and then I kind of tried to keep my car underneath me so I could drive off straight, kind of drive to the grip, which was kind of like up the track, not like a slider line, but like a halfway slider line, kind of just carrying the momentum, and I could have just carried more basically. It's so deceiving. The racetrack is slick, but if you can kind of get in, our car was kind of tight, like I probably could have just kept my foot in the throttle a little bit more and kind of just tried to keep my car straight and really fight it, and I think that would have gained me quite a bit of time. That seems like what a couple guys that went faster than me did, but nonetheless, 8th quick, that's solid. It's okay for points, but now we're gonna have to pass cars in a heat race coming up. But anyway, like I said, much better start, so that's good, and I feel fairly happy with my race car. It's just Tulare is so tough in qualifying. You got to basically hold your breath and get up on the wheel and make 2 laps happen so you have a chance at having a good night. So just about to head out for the heat race now. We're in the final heat of the night and the racetrack is gone. It's super slick. We're kind of starting in a weird position being 3rd row inside with a 6-car invert, but we got to try to pass cars here. Try to get 2 or 3 right off the start. That's where it's going to be key, but track's basically slick to the fence. So got to go out there, be patient, be smooth, try to build some momentum and get rolling. So just putting tear-offs on for the B main. Just butchered my start there in that heat race, and that just cost us a ton. Starting on the inside, we just kind of got stalled out on the start and allowed the car on my outside to take advantage of me, and then I was in 6th and luckily was able to get to 4th. So I got a couple points, but still wasn't able to transfer directly into tonight's A main event. You either had to win or be the high point car, and the car on my outside went 6th to 2nd. They are farming the track though a bunch because it's super slick. I mean, like, basically you got to be on the top or you got to kind of be on the bottom or just float the slick because there's no grip. So now we're going to be moving on to the B. We're starting outside front row. They're taking 4 and we have 20 laps, so a longer B main event than normal, but I think we should be in a decent position. The racetrack is, I think, going to be fairly fast for a minute. They don't have a lot of laps after this rework until we go, so that's why I'm throwing some tear-offs on. I think if we can get a good start here, kind of run in the top 2, set a good pace, transfer through, and then get ready for tonight's show. That's the game plan. Try to redeem ourselves and get in tonight's A main event. That's where we need to be for points, and like I said, just put ourselves in a better position.
And Tanner Holmes, Gage Garcia, we're ready to roll. Sit back, relax, and enjoy 20 laps.
So you can see my camera's a little covered with mud, but we needed to transfer there and we were able to do so by finishing 3rd. So now rolling back to the pit area, we only have a short amount of time before we have to turn back around and get ready for the A main event and be on track.
It's A main. I need you guys headed towards the track. Need you guys headed towards the track, please. Let's go. Track. A main to the track.
Made it through the B main there. We're rolling off now 17th in the A here, so we have a long ways to go to the front, but the main thing is just try to gather as many points as we can. Luckily we made it through the B, made some good laps, and like I said, just kind of transferred through, did what we had to do, and now we have to do what we got to do again here in this feature.
$5,000 to win. Night 2 of Aber Vineyards Trophy Cup 30 presented by Routine Racing coming your way.
So right about here as we cross the halfway mark for this race, the track started to take rubber. You can tell because guys started to move off the top lane. A lot of guys were using the cushion, but since the track was kind of taking rubber and getting abrasive, basically a form of grip was coming back, and guys started moving down the track because as more cars run lower and lower and lower, it just lays more rubber across the surface. And when that happens, the track speeds up a little bit and it becomes very difficult to pass because tire wear, and guys are trying to make sure they don't blow a tire and not get out of line because you can get passed in a hurry. So we ended up, once this kind of happened, your race is, wouldn't say officially over, but man, you kind of just have to get in line, do your thing, and wait for the white flag and then for the checkered flag to end the race. So we're officially back at home after Trophy Cup, and this is going to wrap up the second night of the weekend. Started 17th, finished 17th. Not much really to say about the feature. Needed to move forward early while we still kind of had a little bit of a racetrack to work with, but the top was so good. I started on the bottom, and looking back, I should have just tried to get to the top quicker. Sometimes it's easy to jump out of your lane, even if your lane's not the fastest, to try to get to the fastest lane. But on a start, when guys are really tight, guys are breaking momentum, they're kind of moving all around, sometimes it's best to stay where you're at, and you can actually gain position because so many cars are fumbling each other up. And if you just have clear track, that's really what you're looking for. In this situation, it didn't work out for me, and I just didn't make the bottom work good. Plus, it was so slick down there, honestly, we probably could have been tighter. Nobody necessarily had the grip to get around the bottom, you know, that's why the top was so fast, and therefore it ended up laying rubber at the end. So overall, I think after Friday, we were 27th overall in points, so not exactly where we wanted to be, but we still have Saturday to make up for it. So you guys will see us take on the final night of the Trophy Cup in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thanks to our partners. Thanks to you fans for riding along with us for the journey. I can tell you this, only because it's already happened, our weekend is not over yet. You got to stay tuned to see how the final night finishes up. Deuces.